Hello everyone, welcome back to Blackjack. I am Blackjack Gabbiani, and I am joined by the greatest hat in the world, and hopefully I will be joined by all of you. I am trying to stream as many shinies as possible for the American Cancer Society. And I have not yet picked where to go. Let us start with... Alomomola should be an interesting one. Because why not? It's Valentine's Day, isn't it? I mean, as of recording it is. And as you can see, to the side here, at a $5 donation, I get my parrot and show her off. $10 donation, name a mon that I haven't named yet. $15 donation, which I forgot to write the $sign for. Pick an outbreak to go to. There we go. Who should I send out? You know, I'll send out Van because you're the only flying one. Well, no, wait. What am I doing? I have the Amigo in there too. I have a full team of shinies right now. Come on, Ven. Oh. Okay. What's going on? Ven, seriously. Level 67 and you're level 70, so I don't see what the issue is here. Okay, you, however, are lower level, and you are also getting your butt kicked. Okay, that's a fantastic way to start a stream. Glow stick, do you... These are just water types, right? You don't swim. Of course you don't. Alomomola is just water type, isn't it? I guess I can check. I really hate how they organize this. You gotta tilt your head. And that right there will show you that my camera is, for some reason, reversed. Come on. No, I could just look this up. I am partnered with Bulba Garden and Bulbapedia. Yes, it is just a water type. I should not be getting my butt kicked. Okay, alright. I know. The perfect one for this. Alright, tell me if you need me to, like, raise the music or anything like that. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Oh my god. This is your new channel and another Discord, so I hope people show up. Thank you, Luna Catstar. We just started. Haven't run into any shinies yet. Had to rearrange my team because I was getting trounced for some reason. Yeah, I thought that one was a little orange, but I guess it was just going for the light. You know, I do love Scarlet and Violet. They are my favorite Pokemon games. But what I like to say about them is I like to recall a scene from the sitcom Frasier, where Frasier and his fussy brother are talking about the one thing better than a perfect meal is an otherwise perfect meal, with one tiny flaw that you can pick at all night. And to me, Scarlet and Violet is really the epitome of that. It's such a great game, but oh my god, you know? It's kind of like reading the world's greatest high school literature story. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, The people obviously put a lot of passion into this game, especially the people who wrote the game. The story, the characters, absolutely fantastic. But oh my god, the programming side. And yeah, I know there's issues with the programming side, and they're not... Some of them have said they weren't fairly compensated, but they're not... that information is all behind the scenes, so the specifics, you know, I don't want to say too much because I don't know the specifics. No one outside the company does. So it's... you know how it goes. I've got this very, very nice water bottle here. What? Ah! Yeah, see, here's the slowdown. For some reason I've noticed this game slows down more around water than anything else. In my fanfic, my ongoing post-Violet series, I do, I've toyed with the idea of giving Lake Casaroya a tourist nickname, or like a tourist slogan of, life slows down at Lake Casaroya. Because that is the infamous lake slowdown. What are you doing? Why are you getting your ass kicked by fish? They are fish! I guess you fought a seahorse over there, but still. By the way, if you'll notice, Kilowattrel and Toxtricity are unnamed, and Name a Shiny I haven't named yet is a $20 donation incentive. The number of Alomomola in the outbreak is starting to go down. It's kind of a I try to promote my friends and kids' live streams when I can. Aww. That's so sweet. When this gets to the last stage, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go, since I am here at Blueberry, unfortunately I can't tilt the camera up high enough to show the orb. Briar's ill-advised orb. So I'm gonna go get the combo meal that raises your shiny catch rate. And I do, as we recall, have the shiny charm from Jacques. What I was going to say is it's kind of a shame that Alomomola isn't fully based on a mola, because mola fish are enormous. They are massive. Like, you know how, what's its face? Dondozo is enormous. It's bigger than that. So imagine an Alomomola coming up out of the water, but it's like twice the size of, maybe not twice the size, but it's huge. It'd be huge. It'd be like size and a half of a Dondozo. My goodness. It is funny to see how a lot of these Pokemon take real-world animals and adapt them. Or concepts, you know, like, people get on the ice creams, but that is a pretty cool concept. No pun intended, but appreciated. I keep talking over here, but my camera's here. It is a pretty interesting concept, to have, you know, this food that basically everyone knows, and say, oh yeah, this Pokemon is a special icicle that surrounds itself in snow, and people liked it so much that they decided to base a tasty treat on it. And it's essentially, it's this... Wait. What are you doing? You can't swim! You can't swim! Get out of there! Okay, Kilowattrel, just do something for this fool. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. Come on, Scyther, what were you thinking? Is that what it took to pull you back up? You can't swim. You won't be able to fly for a little bit, too. See, now you can barely hover. Your wings are all wet. But yeah, I was saying, basing your food on an unrelated animal that you like, you know, that's taiyaki, you know, the bream-looking... Yeah, Pokemon do crazy things. It's the, you know, the little waffle things that are based on the sea bream. And generally, like, stuffed with red beans or whatever. Those don't have any fish in them. I mean, you could probably make them with fish, but... it would not, you know, be in any way traditional. Like, I've seen them with Boston cream, and that's already kind of pushing it, apparently. Because usually it's just Azuki beans. But, I've got lemonade in there. And I've got tea in here. I actually made the tea last night. And it's been just sitting in there. And it's still warm. Bear in mind, it is 7:14 p.m. I am so glad that this stream is actually going, because I'm gonna go back up and get healed, but I gotta make sure nothing shiny has spawned yet. Oh, what are you? A Sinistea, okay. I didn't realize Sinistea spawned over here, but okay. Unfortunately, I think most of my other Discord friends are in the up and other parts of the world, so they may not be awake yet. That's fine. I hope they're having a better night than I did. That Metang looked shiny for a second. But again, that is the lighting in this game. They really needed the shiny chime from PLA. The only thing that I read from the Gigaleak about Legend ZA is that it will have the shiny chime again. I have not read any plot spoilers. I do not want plot spoilers. But you know, hopefully, PLZA will be a real crowd pleaser. I think I actually said that during the initial reveal. Definitely getting lower. I needed to go down one more. No. Oh, okay, that actually worked out alright. I'm the same about telling my friends not to spoil. I love reading updates for things coming out. Yeah. There's, like, some things I don't mind spoilers for, like, the TCG. I don't mind any spoilers for that. Either the pocket version or the actual version, you know? I don't mind. In fact, I encourage it, because I want to know if I should pick up any packs. Okay. Oh, okay, you actually did okay with that. So what did all that damage do? Human. You know, I would actually like to just shiny hunt a Lomomola for a while. Like, I'll, you know, be leaving and coming back if they don't, you know, to get them to respawn. Once it gets down to the last stage. Just because it is Valentine's Day. You know, we are doing this for charity, and what better than the romantic heart? I mean, it would be a little more romantic if it didn't shed mucus at us every time we defeat one. 3 units of mucus, no less. Come on, this way. You know, that's just the Lovekiss. Actually, no, I think Lovekiss is love disc, isn't it? Because it's a discus fish. Yeah, that's the Japanese name of one. I think a Lomomola is just a Lomomola, isn't it? I'd have to look that up. Okay, you're not refusing to fight this one, but it doesn't look any different than the others. Yeah, why were you... Seriously, come on. You know, there are some Pokemon that are hard to shiny hunt because they look basically exactly the same as their relatives. And then there are Pokemon that are hard to shiny hunt because they live in the stupidest areas or they have the stupidest behavior. I have been shiny hunting Veluza. I have not found shiny Veluza. Despite my love for my little star Monstro, I am back to calling them Veluzers. You know, Veluza are supposed to be intelligent, but by God, they have an expression that looks like they have one brain cell bouncing around in their head like a DVD screensaver. And they only have a thought when it reaches the corner. They're always kind of looking like... Okay, not many Alomomola left from the original outbreak. Come back, Kilowattrel, and we are going to take... No, not that one. We're going to take a little trip. We're going to go to the entrance. Okay. We are going to go to the cafeteria. Well, it's not so much that I'd like it, because each dish was selected by director Cyrano himself, and no expense was spared. It's udon with fried chicken, a donut with a flan inside, loaded fries, and jelly beans. Cyrano has the flavor palette of a 6-year-old. You know what's funny is I only just now noticed that there's a blueberry on top of the flan. See, sparkling power, all types. Good luck with your studies, okay? Okay, let's go to the terrarium. Actually, probably be easier to go to the entrance than just fly back, but... Okay. Oh, hey, there's Chansey. We can shiny hunt that next. If nobody picks an outbreak next. I'm just saying. Nobody's donated a thing yet. No. Okay, sorry. I'm leaving. You aren't shiny. Remember... Oh, hello, yes. Remember the first shiny... Or, no, it wasn't the first shiny I caught on stream in Legends Arceus, but, Are you avoiding that because it's underwater? Okay, go for the rest of these then. The first one I caught on stream in that game was a Teddy Ursa, but then we were on our way to a Goomy outbreak, and there was a shiny Yanma. Later in that episode, I had been catching shinies hand over fist off stream, and could not find any when I was actually recording. You know, there's one story beat in that game that I really wish I had recorded, and that was my reaction to the Frostlass mission. Because I was like, just some side quests. It's fine. No one will care. The Frostlass mission is the whole Yuki Onna Man married a Frostlass, didn't realize it. Thing. Well, I guess it was semi-Yukiona and semi-Crane Wife. Well, not even Crane Wife, because she doesn't tell him not to interrupt her while she's working or anything. There's no... That aspect is pretty important to the Crane Wife story. But, yeah. The old journal that, Mani, I think his name is, the Ginkgo Guild member who joins about, like, halfway through. He shows up already in uniform, and he never does anything for the rest of the game but stand in the hallway. He's like, oh, yeah, there's always a story in my family that we came from this village up north, but we've never been able to find anything, so I came here to look for it. And so, could you go find evidence of this village? And then you find this Frostlass who's holding this journal, and the journal is like, oh, I saved this Frostlass today, and then this beautiful woman showed up at the village. Oh, the beautiful woman and I are falling in love. We're going to get married. And it's like, this man does not realize. And then when Mani, it's either Mani or Manu, I don't remember his name. When he reads it, he's like, oh my gosh. And then he tries to look at it again, but it's disappeared from his pocket. It's like, yeah, it's like that very Frostlass is still out there. Possibly with their children. I don't know if the indication is supposed to be that he specifically is descended from that guy. Or from that couple. Oh no, darn it. I was hoping because you wouldn't attack... Are one of these shiny? I think shiny, oh, no, it's just because they're in the water. Yeah, I think shiny is like... Shiny Horsey is like really dark, right? Okay, so because none of these are shiny, and I've been knocking them out, and I don't want to lose the spawn. Or I don't want to lose the outbreak, rather. You know, these... I should look up what shiny Alomomola even looks like, because I have a feeling that it's probably identical, isn't it? It's probably one of those things. Or unless they wanted to make it like how Shiny Love Disc, it's gold. Shiny Love Disc gold? I think it is. I don't remember. I don't have a shiny. I don't think I have a Shiny Love Disc. Okay, let me look this up. We are partnered with Bulbapedia after all. Okay. Alomomola. Game data. Sprite. Oh, it's purple. Okay. Yeah, that'll be able to stand out really well. I hope. I hope. Because if it does not stand out really well, then we are screwed. Just from the sprites, it looks like it would. Yeah, see, that doesn't... I see several that look so much lighter than usual. But again, that's just the lighting. At least the shiny isn't a pale pink, though. I'd be really frustrated then. See, I get away from the water and I already start running better. I get the water out of frame and I run great. Just going for this. Just going for this. Okay, it picked up, but nothing's displayed. So it must be something I have full inventory of. Yes, I know I passed an item. But... So, Luna Catstar, how are you doing? And how are your friends? None of you are purple. None of you are purple. Fun fact, the entire reason that I picked Violet over Scarlet is because I like purple. Okay, yeah, none of you are purple either, and you're not even part of the outbreak. Doing great. I went out to lunch with my dad, stepmom, and sister today. Nice! I went out the other day. My parents took me to happy hour at Blue Olive. It's a Greek Mediterranean Persian place. It was pretty good. It was a little pricier than I would have gone for, but you know, my parents were paying for it. I miss when happy hour was a big thing in Portland. I mean, people point to COVID, but I feel like even before COVID, it wasn't nearly as popular as it had been just, you know. Like, even in, like, 2018, I feel like it declined. We went to Applebee's. Cool, cool. I like the riblets. One time I was in Applebee's, I think I even took a video of this. I was in Applebee's, and up on their TV, in the sports area, there was a commercial for mental health, but it included footage from the Final Fantasy VII remake. And it's like, well, yeah, that is a good game to advertise that with, but that is a very strange collaboration. Huh. It's like, I mean, yes, but also why? It makes sense, but... I'm chilling with a cat on my lap. Nice. Okay, come on, I want a purple fish. I want a purple fish. Oh, goodness. Yeah, my parents' 3 cats are becoming more accustomed to me. One of them tries to rub up on my legs. They're targeting all us traumatized people who live through things like the Never-Ending Story. I mean, I'm just putting this out there. Drampa is basically Falcor. I'm just gonna say. No, go away, go away, go away. I feel like I'll have to wait for daybreak again. Or daybreak, quote unquote, because all the light in the terrarium is artificial. Because the terrarium, for some reason... No. Oh, come on. I was not steering into that. I was not. Yeah. Because the terrarium is, for some reason, underwater, and it's just... You know... I've stated before that I don't think Briar actually has a teaching license. I actually don't think a lot of the UVA teachers do either. I feel like Time might. Ryfort definitely doesn't. The games you're looking forward to this year or anime. But let me finish this first. I also feel like Cyrano is completely unqualified to actually run a school. I feel like he's the Michael Scott of school instructors. Even then, I guess, you know, they got the work done, but still, it was, you know, in spite of the leadership rather than because of. I just heard a tinkling sound, but I think that might have been from Score. Well, Legend ZA. possibly the new Fantasy Life game, but the studio has been also on board with GenSlop, generative AI. It's just, I don't want to deal with it if that's in that game. That's also the same studio that makes the Professor Layton games, and my friend Netbug, as you remember, posted... I don't know if you remember this video, but her reaction was called, "I saw a top hat so beautiful I started crying," when she saw the New World of Steam reveal. So, yeah, needless to say, none of us are very happy about that. But if these games don't actually have that in there, because, you know, you're always going to have some degree of AI in a video game, but generative AI is why it's important to specify. And that was specifically what they were getting on board with, and it was just... But yeah, I really liked Fantasy Life on the 3DS. It was fun, it was cute. It actually had some compelling story points at some areas, which is I wasn't expecting. It had a very nice twist on the rebellious princess trope. And a nice twist on the evil advisor trope. It happens fairly early in the game, so I'll just kind of spoil it. Just spamming those singing AI cats right now in Facebook. Yeah, what happens is you think that you overhear the royal advisor saying that, like, ordering people to kill this dragon that the princess values. But what he actually says is something like, "Defend this dragon even if it kills you." Because we can't let any harm come to it. So it was a nice little subversion of expectations. It's there is one thing they do in the ending that I was just kind of just an ass pool, I thought. There was like something they say flat out can't be done, that it's just impossible, right? I don't remember what it was, but it was like a big plot point with something. I'm playing Go-Go Muffin right now. Cool, I keep seeing ads for that. How is that? And there's like even this character who's presented as the creator of the world, who you never see his face. He takes the form of a giant gardener who is just ever so slightly off screen. But like even he can't do something, and the big thing in the ending is, oh wait, actually I can. Actually, it turned out I could. How about that? And it was just like, I don't remember what the thing was, but yeah, it was, it was very, it wasn't even Deus Ex Machina. It was, it's actually better than I got it for as an idle game, so I can check it twice a day and level my characters. Nice, nice. But yeah, it wasn't even a Deus Ex Machina. It was, it was kind of like that part in, I don't know if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'll pull something out my butt. Oh, goodness gracious. So I had a funny time earlier in the Bulba Garden trivia. The question was, what was the name the mushrooms grow on Paris? And I know that they're generally referred to as Tochikasu, but the phrase that came out of my mouth is that a purple one? Is that a purple one? Hello, hello. I am not using a Master Ball. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Yay! Luna Cat Star, I'm gonna give you a freebie. No one's donated yet, and you're the only one in the chat, so I want you to give us a name for Alomomola. Okay, but the name that came out of my mouth for the Paris mushrooms was one that I'm pretty sure is only said in Magical Pokemon Journey, Winterbug Summergrass. It worked. He had to look it up, but it worked. It's like, oh my god. Okay, Luna Cat Star, let's see what you've got. What kind of name should a shiny Alomomola have? I'm gonna get a... drink of water. Okay. Mallory. Oh, that sounds good. What? Why didn't it... come on. Oh yeah, Mallory sounds good. I'm gonna take that one. Mallory has been sent to your boxes. Alright, that is one shiny down, yay! Should we keep going on this Alomomola breakout? Or should we go chase some Chanseys? No, the Pokemon for the Outbreak are just... Okay, I guess that answers that question. Okay. I did catch a shiny Chansey during the shiny Chansey outbreaks, you know, when they had the increased odds. And, I always open that when I keep trying to open the... This is around the same area that I caught, the shiny, Venonat the other day. Oh yes, let's heal. But yeah, when they were doing the Chansey outbreaks with increased shiny odds, I stayed up till 3 a.m. So, when I finally caught one, I asked, so, does this mean I stayed up all night to get lucky? I can just feel people groaning. Okay. Now I can use something else. Okay, let's try Flamigo, because Flamigo is part fighting. Actually, in a streamer's chat once, someone else did not appreciate the glory. Hello, hello, how are you doing today? We just caught a shiny Alomomola, and now we're going to be hunting some Chanseys. Someone did not appreciate the glory that is Flamigo. And it was like, I just caught a shiny Flamigo. Who wants it? And I'm like, okay, yeah. So I do have another one already. I really need to give... I really need to give this one some flying moves. Now, DTZ, how are you doing today? I'm just gonna get the... There we go. We have not had any donations yet tonight. I mean, no, that's not a problem for me. But I would like to see some donos, because I want to get to these incentives. Incentives, that's the word. It has been a very long day, and check out Duel from playing with lots of Pokemon content. I was pretty stressed out earlier, but I'm doing better now. I might start writing soon. Good, good. I was pretty stressed out last night. I was actually really stressed about this stream. I feel like doing the other... Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. Doing the other playthroughs. I did Violet offline, just recording it. I feel like that helped me a lot, but I was freaking out earlier because some things, like my phone is busted and Twitch won't let you log in properly unless you can enter a code that they give you to come on, Flamingo, what are you doing? Unless they have the code that they send you on your phone, so it's like, I don't know how to do this, but I could just use the stream key instead. Let's see if I have the... Yes, I still have 9 minutes left. So, DTZ, what are you going to be writing? I was talking about some of my fanfics earlier. I was talking about how I'm pretty sure that in one of my future fics for Pokemon Violet, I'm going to be giving Lake Casaroya a slogan about time slows down at Lake Casaroya due to the massive slowdown you experience in that area. I don't know if it's slowing down now or if Flamigo just has a really slow... I mean, it does have a really slow speed here, but... could it be both? Because it's hard to say, because the chances are kind of sluggish themselves. And not a Ninjago fic or a video script. Neat. What would the video script be about if you go that path? I need to catch up on Ninjago. I really liked everything I saw, but then I stopped watching it, and I don't recall why. Okay, none of those are shiny. I can tell that from here. Just go up the slope. Flamigo also get that impression of not being especially bright. Like, back when I last saw Ninjago, it was still in the Kirby Morrow era. So, I don't know how they handled recasting. Ninjago's elemental system is the video topic, so Buckwild Let a Cave did decide I had to make a video about it. Oh, totally. Oh, yeah, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep track of all of that stuff. Yeah, okay, none of those are shiny. I can see that as distance. Because the shinies are tinged with green. Now, if these were Blissies, it'd be a lot harder to find out. Because the difference with Blissey is a lot more subtle. But Shiny Chansey has a nice, pleasant green to it. In fact, I can even show you. Like, the chances for shiny, oh gosh. Yeah, I see how green that is. Chances for shiny with the shiny charm. Let me look that up. Shiny charm. I'll just put that in. Oh, it just says where you get it. I'm gonna have to actually look on another site. Pokemon Violet, shiny odds with shiny charm. Mass outbreaks, meal powers. Okay. A shiny charm. Mass outbreak. Okay, mass outbreak 60 plus defeated or captured with shiny charm and meal power level 1 is 1 in 683.8. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that is a shiny Chansey. Okay. Well, geez, I'm sorry my education is so boring to you. You're no bestie. Bestie is the Flamigo I picked up near the very beginning of the game. And who is now something like level 97. He's instrumental in taking out the Titans. And taking out the paradoxes at the end of the game. I'm getting a little tired of this music though. Naming your embossed if boss is awesome. Yeah, that's a shiny one that I picked up a few weeks ago. I don't usually do, like, sandwich boosting, because I don't usually do the Terror Raids that grant me the Herba Mystica. So I tend to just go chow down on Cyrano's shame over in the Blueberry Cafeteria. Because as I was saying, the man has the palate of a 6-year-old. Yeah, come on. Flap, flap, flap. Ponderously flapping. Come on. It's funny, actually, when I was testing this for setting up for this stream, I was around this area, and that's when I caught the shiny Venonat, so that was a lot of fun. That was a couple days ago. Hey, come on. Get up there. So do you guys have any predictions for Legends EA? I mean, some things are going to be obvious. Some things we've already been told, like how it's going to take place in Lumiose. And then the other stuff like Quasar appearing on a form in the trailer. The theory is that it's going to be based on, well, yeah, French people, on Parisian, like when they were all about building Paris to be ideal. But the thing is that that happened from like 1875 or something like that, all the way up to like 2006. So, so that is an extremely broad, like, even if it's the post-war period, that goes from 1945 to 2006. So, yeah. Or it could take place in modern day. It could take place in the future. We don't know. We're gonna find out, though. We're gonna find out a little bit more on February 27th, because that is Pokemon Day, and for the last several years, that is when they have announced all their new stuff, and that will also be the 1-year anniversary. I haven't followed the news that much, though, so I don't know. Maybe it's Revolution stuff if it's in the past. I don't know. Like, logically speaking, in X and Y, they kind of set, like, the really big, bloody era, not 300 years ago, but 3,000 years ago. So, did they even have a Colossian Revolution? I don't know. We could explore it, if they did. Yeah, trying to figure out history in the Pokemon world versus our world is weird. We know there was some war that Surge was in, and he's not that old, and he's American, so... I got a little tiny bug in here. So he was probably in some equivalent of the First Gulf War, but he wears jungle camo, not desert camo. Oh yeah, DTZ, you haven't seen my hat yet. Or we could go all the way back to Az's time and play through that area. Yes, that would be so much fun! I mean, it would be devastating because most of our friends would die, but yeah, it would be neat. I also feel like a really good way to use Az's War, would be in a Musou game, you know, like Dynasty Warriors, that sort of thing. I feel like that would be really nifty. Like, imagine... I didn't see the Bidoof head, it's so cute, yes. I also have another one here. It's not really a hat, but I can wear it like one. Sorry, Bidoof. But yeah, I feel like they could get together a good ensemble of Colossian or Colossian adjacent Pokemon and have that. There are not many chances left from the original outbreak. Alright, and I am not running with any sort of boost right now. Well, I'm running with the Shiny Charm boost, but that is not enough. Okay. Ah, Terapagos, yes. Cute little turtle with the power of bending dimensions. Alright. I have a lot of points accrued, so I can, just let me know what you'd like and I'll just sum up for you. Didn't you just eat an Academy special, like, half an hour ago? How can you digest that fast? Look at that. This is... the carbs radiating off that plate. Academy special. There we go. Sparkling power, all types, level 1. Where do you want to go? Terrarium. Do 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 do. Oh, no, come on. I want to see if something's working. Can either of you... Wait, hang on. Ah, darn it. I thought those were golden. Can either of you activate exclamation point charity for me? I want to see if it actually does the script it's supposed to do. MC just has a void of a stomach, yeah. Well, given that it's Cyrano's favorite foods, I have to wonder about that man. He's like 65 years old and he eats like a preschooler. Okay, let me see something. Okay, it shows up in the stream manager. Oh, it did the thing. Okay, well that's... Oh, well that's strange because it shows up in stream manager, but it does not show up on my windowed projector view. Okay. Alright, so as long as you guys are actually getting the link, then that's good. If someone could activate apostrophe dono, D-O-N-O, that would also be much appreciated. Frick. No. Okay, so as long as you're seeing the necessary donation link on your end, that's good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep wandering around. I will, once again, stay up all night to get lucky, if need be. I've made that joke before. Not apostrophe, sorry. Exclamation point. I've made that pun before about staying up all night to get lucky. I sometimes forget that not everyone knows some of these names. Lucky is Chansey's Japanese name, so I made the comment earlier about staying up all night to get lucky in that regard. Yeah, I know. It's explain a joke that it becomes unfunny, but and sometimes it's not like it's a hilarious joke to begin with. It's just a silly musical reference. Aha! Hello! Oh no! No, wait! It had better not have despawned. Yay! Yeah. Oh, okay. It did, like, absolutely nothing to it. Okay, I was worried when it started using a self-damaging move. Ah, there we go. Yay! Yay! Oh. Freaking. Alright. Alright. Send to your boxes. And you know what I'm gonna do? Right here, right now. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna show you all what you can potentially... I want to keep Mallory, but since I already have a shiny Chansey will be moved to the shiny box. You can, for a $50 donation, you can get so many things. You can choose from so many. And because there are 2 shiny boxes, too. Look at this. Look at all of these choices. Level 5 shiny Charizard, because Go is weird. It is 100% legitimate. Everything here is. I caught it myself, and that is just how it translates, because this game is frickin' weird. In fact, I'm just gonna keep it on there. Alright, now, should we keep examining the Chansey outbreak, or should we find somewhere else? $15 donation will decide that. Remember, all proceeds go to charity. If you can't donate, that's fine, but I ask that you share the link around at that point. You know, it'll catch the eye of someone who can. I also have a nice notification set up for when someone donates. I tried to get different music playing for different levels of donation, but I couldn't get it to go. For $50, it was going to play Approaching Cynthia, but it wasn't working. Mm. Da, 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 da. Do, do, do. Yeah, let it go. Come on. It'll just disappear. Yeah, see, it gets transparent as it goes farther. Okay, $15 donation. You can select what I shiny hunt next. I am just glad that we have found a shiny for every outbreak we have done so far. And we've only been going about an hour, right? Yeah, only about an hour. Wow. Okay. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna swipe back and forth a few times, see if I can get a shiny to spawn. No, 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 no. Do not want to run into you. Sorry. In the manga Magical Pokemon Journey, there's a Dodrio that gets drunk at a festival. And so the main character, Hazel, she's there with her Pokemon friends. She doesn't actually have any Pokemon herself, but she has friends, and they speak. You know, it's one of the series where humans and Pokemon can just kind of naturally understand each other. It's even established that they speak different languages, but they just understand each other. So she's there at the festival. There's this drunk Dodrio. Try saying that multiple times. It's causing havoc, and they're all kind of like, oh, how shameful. That's ridiculous. Well, okay, we're going to have apple cider, aren't we? So, turns out, this is never explained. It's never explained if the apple cider went fermented, or if everyone there is just really, really, really sensitive. But, needless to say, the Pokemon get drunk off apple cider. And it's just really, really, really funny. And they get hangovers off of it. And, in Japanese, yeah, it wasn't apple cider, but it was amezake, which is, it's about as alcoholic as kombucha. So, you know, I think it might, probably even less so. Amezake is drunk by children. So it's not, it has like faint alcohol, but not in like trace. Just the tracest of trace. Like, you could probably find sparkling grape juice that's more alcoholic. So it's the same joke, basically, is that they're getting drunk off something that it should be impossible to get drunk off of. Come on. I keep checking the execute that are spawning because I've caught a shiny one of them before too. I want to transfer it over to Let's Go Eevee. Because I want to get it as a Cantonian Executor. Okay, those two moved at the same time, and I was like, did this game just conjoin them? Yeah, what? Huh? What? Just cram right into the ground there. Pokemon getting drunk is funny. Imagine going to a bar and there's a Machamp there. If you guys ever watch a YouTuber called Mr. One-Ups, but he uses a lot of insert images, and one of his running gags is going down to Berserker's pub after a long graft in the mines. So he has like a repeated animation of like a clavipus crossing the street. Some other Pokemon too. He's a really big fan of Kerbrawler, and he absolutely hates. I am blanking on Kerbrawler's evolution, the Yeti crab one. It's like I can see it in my brain. Berserker probably would own a pub in like a mystery dungeon sort of setting, wouldn't it? Either that or it would own like a shipyard. Pick up. Yeah, pretty feather, thank you. Is that so difficult? Asking this game anything is... Asking this game is that so difficult is, honestly, perhaps a fool's errand. Because the answer is probably yes. It probably is that difficult. I'm gonna put Terapagos back on my head, even if my... No, come on! There, even if my headphones don't want me to. Okay. Alright, well, I don't see any more shiny Chansey, so I am going to go try to find another spawn. Okay. So over here, we have Excadrill. Oh wow, that's it for the rest of the terrarium. Over here. Okay, all right, I'm going to that one. I'm going to that one. I'm going to that one. Yeah, we have to get on a plane. I like to think that we're actually riding on the Dragonite instead. It's like, yeah, okay, the Dragonite flies out of frame, but I don't care. We're faster than it. We can get there in a couple of minutes. We can get there, we can get there just real fast. Okay, all right. Give me the Pompadour Parrots. Give me the Pompadour Parrots. Where are the Pompadour Parrots? I should be right on top of the Pompadour Parrots. Am I actually on top of them? And is there a cave here? I don't remember a cave system in this area. Where are the Pompadour Parrots? Parrots, yes, there are parrots and there. Okay, yes. Wild Squawky Billy. Okay, Toxtricity, there we go. Oh my god, your move speed is even worse. Okay. Oh, there we go. White Squawkabilly might be the closest they ever get to an African Grey. Where did it go? There was just one sitting right here. Where are my parrots? And even then, they're not that close. They're more of... They're more of a macaw, but they have, you know, a pompadour. I was so excited when I first saw these, because they were kind of leaked. The Squawkabilly or not the ability to phase out of existence. Well, if Athena is any indication, my own little African Grey, if she's any indication, she can disappear under the sofa at a moment's notice. Oh, I have to be over here, don't I? Because if I get close to the town, they'll despawn. And they're in an area that overlaps with the town. Oh, for cracking ice. No. No. We're not doing this. You Varoom are worse than Veluza, I swear. Oh my god! Okay, we are getting the F out. Jump! Okay. Did the image just freeze for you guys too? What? Come on. It's frustrating. You think the disaster outbreaks happen a little farther from towns to avoid that. Yeah, you would think. But then, of course, you would think they'd design it is kind of an independent statement in this with this game. Now, if I remember right, I think the difference with the shiny Squawkabillies are that the pompadour is either white or pink. But either way, it should be noticeable. Anyway, I remember the Squawkabilly was leaked because it was on the map in one of the trailers. But it wasn't officially revealed until the game came out. Mousehold was another one. Or not Mousehold, Tandem Mouse. And people didn't know and Knackley was another one. People didn't know that Tandem Mouse was literally 2 mice. They saw there was a white mouse, and I think the assumption was just that there were 2 of them on the map. But yeah, then I think it was green Squawkabilly and Knackley. And those were, it was like a few weeks before the games came out. So, if you go back, you watch my, you watch just the first episode of my playthrough of Violet. And, when you see the Squawkabilly, when they're flying in front of the camera, I was just like, the Pompadour parrots are real! I remember also, Flamingo had not been leaked or otherwise accidentally revealed. Well, it had probably been leaked, but in the kind of leaks that aren't everywhere. I mean, there were people who knew, like, the full dexes, the full story, all of that stuff. But I remember I was so happy. I was all, flamingos! And then when I saw how early you could catch the flamingos, I was like, we're going there right now! And like I said, Bestie is like level 97 and has been a major part of my team. I was watching a streamer, Nina Lee, play, and well, at the time, she didn't know anything about Pokemon. It actually really got her into it. She didn't read the name right, and she was like, they just called it Flamingo? That's so stupid! I mean, there are names like that. Seal and Dugong come to mind. You know, those are good, solid Pokemon. They just have really stupid names. Yeah, one of the Pidgeotto line in Japanese is just called Pigeon. And then there's Lizard. So, you know, names can be weird. Persian is another one that really needs some work. But yeah, so it's not like that would have been out of the realm of possibility, but they're very inspired for Gen 1 names. Flamingo is just an homage, yeah. I mean, it is a cute little pun, you know? It's your Flamingo amigo. The thing is, she speaks fluent Spanish. So, it's not like she wouldn't know what amigo means. But it's just, it's easy to miss. It's kind of like... there's a couple Pokemon that have that issue of where it's easy to miss what their actual name is. But even the... Flamigo's case is kind of unique in that regard, but I feel like other Pokemon fall into that are Revavroom. I think a lot of people would read it as Revavroom. Like, vroom, vroom. But Revavroom is awkward. It's awkward to read, it's awkward to say. You know, one may even say that Flamigo is not just an homage, but it's a homie-age. I've been reading it as Revavroom, was that not it? I'm gonna have to switch my boxes here, but hang on a second. Hi, Mom. Oh, that's just for room. Let me find. I could just go to my Revavroom. Sorry to break it to you. I brought up my friend Netbug earlier. She's a really big Kirby fan. She was talking in one of her videos about Maximum Tomatoes. It was like, Maxim Tomatoes, right? She's like, no, Maximum Tomato. And then she read it, and she's like, oh my god. Actually, she's doing a playthrough of Violet herself. And I have been really desperately trying to get her to proceed because there is a certain character whose name I can't even say because just the name is a spoiler. A certain character who smiles like a complete doofus and who I spent several years nothing but instead of brain there is this character. So I really want her to finish it. But, yeah, I'm sending that out, because of, if I get closer, I might go into the town. I didn't lose a shiny Oricorio that way, but I was shiny hunting Oricorio, right near a town border. And there were some of them that would go into the border and disappear. Or rather, they would disappear when I went into the border. Actually, see. Let's see if it happens. Oh yeah, see? There were like 2 over there. They weren't shiny, but... Oh, hello! Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, no. Sorry for interrupting your field trip. Yeah, it is very awkward. Revavroom. Number of squawkability in the Africa is definitely getting lower. Oh, okay. I have about 6 minutes left to find more, whittle it down to the last stage. I always want to check Ghastly because that was one of the earlier shinies that I caught in this game. And it was exclusively because my Pokemon wouldn't try to pursue it. And it was like, come on, just attack it already. It's up it's up such a gentle slope. There's no way you're getting caught on the stage geometry. And oh, because it did not look any different at all. Oh my gosh. I will be streaming again tomorrow. And, earlier, although tomorrow we're celebrating my sister's birthday, so I will be leaving around 4 p.m. my time. Okay, there. There we go. It actually did get the one in the tree this time. Toxicity defeated a Q-fan. Well, I was gonna say how, but then I realized Toxicity is level 69, and the Q-fans around here are like, happy birthday to your sister. Yes, yes, I shall tell her. I made her a shopping bag yesterday. I make bags for friends and family. It takes me too long to sell them, but I like making them for people I know in person. So I made her that. I got her some books. One of them was about artists and their cats. Like a bunch of different artists. I think Salvador Dali is on the cover. Talks about like the only current living artist I can remember from the book is Ai Weiwei, but which I'm probably mispronouncing, or at least misaccenting. But there's probably others. I don't remember. I only kind of glanced through it and was like, yeah, this is the kind of book my sister is going to love. I got her a book of, like, mother's memories because, you know, she wants to record stuff for my niece, you know. It was funny, at the book they had, like, a mother's life, a father's life, and a grandfather's life, so I got all those, but I could not find a grandmother's life, and apparently those are all sold out, so my mom is just gonna have to deal with it. Toxtricity defeated a Bramblin. Bramblin's another nice name, you know? It's just, it's Brambles, it's Ramblin', it's fun, you know? Not many left from the original outbreak. Okay. Well, this is gonna be easy to make respawn. Yeah, I'm just right here. And then I come back out. And the parrots should be here. You are not shiny. And at this point, I'm probably out of... Oh, I have 2 minutes left. Darkspawn. You know, I don't know if you guys watched my my Violet playthrough, but when I saw Darkspawn, I cried a little. Because I had a long-haired dachshund growing up. And Darkspawn does very much look like her. It has her coloring. It even has the little white ruff at the neck. Her name was Peppy. P-E-P-I-E. Because me and my sister used to watch this cartoon called Foofer, and it was all about dogs, and there was a dog named Pepe, and we really misunderstood what his name was. But she was a peppy dog, but oh my gosh, she was stupid as the day is long. We did that, that dog intelligence test where you, like, put a towel over their head and see how long it takes them to shake it off. The cat shook his off right away. We had this, ancient cat that we inherited from my grandmother. And, he knocked it off right away. Whereas Peppy sat down and just kind of like, well, this is my life now. I guess I'm just gonna have a towel over my head the rest of my days. And, she used to get out, like, somehow, someone in the neighborhood was getting over the fence, and they were unlocking the door. And so one time we came home and she was across the street. We lived on a street that was part of Highway 20. She sees us. She starts running across the road. And we are screaming because there is a semi-truck coming. And this has a good ending, I promise. It does not end the way we thought it was going to. So, like, Mom is screaming for us to get back in the house. She's telling us, don't look back. And we just disappears under the wheels of this truck. And then we just hear, as she scrambles up the driveway, completely unaware that there was any danger. That was a whirlwind of emotions, I tell ya. Yeah, that, oh gosh. Speaking of whirlwind of emotions, I'm crying relaying it. Just to quit the experience, at least in the end, she was okay, yeah. And too dim to realize that, her number was almost up. This is the dog that when we moved out here, she was in the cab of the U-Haul with my dad and with Athena. And she decided that the best place in the entire cab to sit was under the parking brake. So, yeah, needless to say, by the time we reached Oregon, Athena had learned to say, "Pepe, bad dog, bad dog." Oh my gracious. I'm just so funny. And we would, like, it took a while to get out here. And, part of that, you know, we would go to different rest areas and truck stops and whatever. And, there was one time, we were parked in the truck stop, we were in there eating, and we just hear honk, honk. And it's like, oh god, really? Who's out there doing that? That's so obnoxious. And then after a few minutes, Dad goes like, "I'll be right back." And he runs outside, and sure enough, there is Peppy standing on the steering wheel honking the horn. Just, this dog just had the misadventures of a lifetime. Very, very, very strange dog. Very strange dog. Yeah, I hear you, Athena. Are we talking about you and Peppy? Athena's chirping. She's chirping. She's going. And now she's going. I don't know if you guys can hear her through the door, but yeah. Yeah, you hear that? There she's blowing kisses. $5 donation. I go get her and put her on camera. All you gotta do is level $5 at the American Cancer Society, and you will get to see Athena in all her resplendent gray glory. Yeah, hi. I asked the, sorry about that. asked the representative from the American Cancer Society if the $50 goal was, like, legally okay. Like, it wouldn't be seen as selling Pokemon. But yeah, because I don't see any of the money, it all goes to the American Cancer Society. Then she was saying it should be okay. Nobody's accounts will be compromised. These are all 100% legitimate Pokemon. Most of them were, as I said, caught in Go. But, you know, and you may get funny levels, like the level 5 Charizard. Bug is back. But, by the standards of Go, they are all 100% legitimate. They have not been tampered with in any way. I do not use the hacking programs. I despise how prevalent they are in Wonder Trade. I really wish you could block anyone who does that. They really need to implement a block program. It just really, really sucks. Let's see. Come on, Squawkabilly, where are you? Come on, Squawkabilly, where are you? I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't give Clive a Squawkabilly. Just the Pompadour. I remember reading that Hoot Hoot, the reason that it stands on one foot is because when Ken Sugimori was little, he had a pet bird that would stand on one foot quite a lot. And he said he was just fascinated by this thing. I don't know why he put that on an owl, but I mean, owls do stand on one foot quite a bit. Okay, I am out of the... Huh. I think I went back and in so fast that those two maintained, and then I went back and in again, intentionally catching a Squawkabilly just to match his Pompadour. Oh, yeah. And then Time would probably get on his case about it. It's like, no, you are not having that thing in your office. I am not doing the voice I did for Time in my playthrough because I gave her a smoker voice and heavily underestimated how much she was going to actually talk. I think it's going back to the voices that I used in my playthrough, which, please, if you have not, please go watch. I think the one for a certain spoiler character was the funniest in hindsight because it wasn't the voice I had given him initially. I gave him like more of a go-getter sort of voice initially, but then later I gave the certain spoiler character a more artificial and overpronounced voice, almost as though it was designed for an artificial life form. However, this was not the case. I originated this voice for Ingo in my PLA playthrough, based on his intensely overly formal manner. So it was just, yeah, really funny. Really funny. Gracious. So DTZ, where are you in the world? I am snowed in the Pacific Northwest right now. Which is funny because in Indiana this would be considered a light dusting, but in the Willamette Valley, we don't get a lot of snow here. We see snow, but it's up on Mount Hood. So it kind of shuts the entire area down. That was another thing when we first moved out here that shocked us. When I remember my mom just being horrified at how fast everything. Oh, East Coast, we're getting fake outs of snow all week. We were promised about an inch, but we got nothing but cold and rain. So like this, huh? Although this is in a desert, so this is probably... Well, it's also a desert at night. But it's also a oh yeah, it's also a desert that's right next to the big snowy mountain. So yeah, it's probably going to be very cold. Very cold rain right here in the game. You know, I can just imagine, like, someone from central Spain being really excited to play this game and being very eager to find out what they did to the area, what kind of glorious things they could... What do you mean, giant death crater? They say we're getting 6 inches of snow next week, so hype. Maybe, yeah, maybe. It's, yeah. The Willamette Valley is really underprepared for snow. The town I lived in then didn't even have any snow plows when we first moved out here. I think they've gotten them now. I lived in this town called Tualatin that it has like a nice downtown area, but it's like set up around an artificial lake, and it's really cute, but it doesn't really have anything to draw you in unless you just want to have lunch over a lake. There's a shopping mall there. It's an outdoor mall. And now I live in a town called Beaverton, which I don't consider that doxing in any way, because everyone knows Spain just has an actual crater of death. Well, Area Zero is apparently based on like 5 different places. The 2 that come to mind, there's one that's a nature preserve that's actually in Spain, and the other is a crystal cavern in Mexico. Although I think that's specifically the Underdepths that's based on the crystal cavern. Yeah, I don't consider it doxing to say that I'm in a town called Beaverton, because there's like 90,000 people here. So... yeah. Oh, I don't think I've seen one of you. I didn't know it's based on the places. That makes it so much cooler. Yeah. No, those all have the pompadours, the black pompadours. No. Yeah, the Crystal Cavern is entirely underground. I think it was only discovered like 20 years ago. It's really deep. The crystals have been growing for like... I think it's like 36 million years. No, 360 million years, I think is what it is. It's something like that. I may be completely making up that number, but it's hundreds of millions of years old. Only life form found there is like bacteria. I don't even think they got the blind cave fish. Did you see what happened over there? Oh, that little one of those little things just fell right off the cliff. Trash bag looking MFs. I feel like a lot more people will be able to join when I stream tomorrow. Yeah, but tomorrow the Pompadour parrots won't be spawning. So okay. What? No, that's not what I want. This is what I want to do. Open the map. I want to go back to Blueberry. And while I am doing that, I want to... Crystal Cave, Mexico. Cave of the Crystals. There we go. Okay. Depth of 300 meters. It was discovered in April 2000. Yeah. When not flooded, the cave is extremely hot, with air temperatures reaching up to 58°C, 136°F, with 90 to 99% humidity. This is comparable to temperature records in Death Valley, but with much wetter air that condenses in the lungs and prevents cooling via sweating. Okay, it has been... I want to see the history. Yeah, I'll just post the link in the chat, and you'll there we go. You should be able to see that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, back to the cafeteria. What I would like is a meal that doesn't make my blood sugar skyrocket just looking at it. The fries would actually be the healthiest option there. And ain't that just a kicker? Okay, it's a clip through the eyebrow. Oh my gosh. Okay, sparkling power all types. Let's go back. Okay. Is that the Pico? Zapapico is kind of like a town developed by the Homeowners Association. It is so bland, so uniform. And you'd think a city where, or a town where they, where the houses are built into a cliffside would be neater than that. Well, not those, but like the ones over there. But no, they are boring. The whole town. It looks, it kind of looks like a skate park. Just imagine the kids from the nearby star base trying to do that. Just going in there and skateboarding around. Whoops, whoops, nope, nope, nope. The Pico surprised me when I played the game. Just a random town out there with nothing much interesting going on. There's even an arena there, and there's no battles. I don't even think it's an option in like online battles. You know, when it's like a randomized arena. I don't think you can actually have a Pokemon battle there. Nimona must be heartbroken. It's like, why would they build it without using it? Oh my god. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Sadder than anything regarding Arven. Yes! Okay, Arven, you have to promise not to slap me for this, but yes. And everyone just sighs and goes, she's got her priorities. Human. Human. Give me the pompadour parrots. Give them all to me. Then my playthrough episode where I where I caught all the Squawkabillies. Squawkabillies was called All the Parrots in the World. You know, my favorite Pokemon is Land Shaman, but if I could have a real Pokemon in the real world, it would be Chatot, because Chatot talks. It can understand human and animal. And unlike Squawkabilly, it doesn't pick fights. When their back is turned, sometimes I can't see the color of the pompadour. You know, I actually misunderstood the what this fundraiser was supposed to be like, what we're supposed to be doing. Somehow I had got it into my head that this was a shiny catch-a-thon, but it's just a catch-a-thon, and I would have played PLA for that, but by the time I found that out, I had already done all of the setup. Come on, I want the Pompadour Parrots. I want them now. But if someone else wants to screw me over and donate $15, you can relocate me away from them. It would be hilarious, and someone in the world would benefit from your backstabbery. This makes the stream more special, I guess. It do. It do. I would like to, I'm actually getting quite sore. So I would like to end, but that, I would like to find another shiny by that point. And I would like it to be a shiny little Pompadour. But again, at the $15 donation level, someone can take my dream away, or at least, you know, delay it until another spawn. Or until someone else changes it back. Because remember, the spawns change at midnight, and that only gives 3 hours and 10 minutes more. And who knows how much more of Cyrano's favorite foods I can choke down in that amount of time. I also want to thank everyone for spending their Valentines with me, even just in part. I mean, I am going to have to shiny hunt Squawkabilly again at some point, because I want to get all of the shiny Squawkabillies, and they happen to come in 4 collectible colors. You a cat. I'm making kitty cat noises. You making kitty cat noises. But yes, I feel like Squawkabilly would get along with Athena a lot better. Speaking of Athena, $5 puts her on screen. Oh, hello. I should have had a $1 wear the Bidoof hat for 5 minutes. Let's see. Excuse me. Pardon. Oh, okay. You got some greens in the area. But none of them are shiny greens. given that this game will only spawn the variants in outbreaks that are shown on the map, so if there's any differences, that's just all you get. It'd be really funny if I found a shiny of one of those other variants. Like, that just happened to be in the area, not from the spawn. Actually, yeah, it's kind of rare for Squawkabilly to be up this far anyway. Usually they stay around Artisan. Da, 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 da. Come on, birds. Well, of course, they have to be troublesome. They're parrots. It's in their nature. One of the many projects that I work on is an original fantasy story, and most of it is set in like a fairly modern setting. And I've decided, because there's always the thing, it's like, oh, does your fantasy story have dragons in it? I have decided it does, and they're based on macaws, so they're only about, you know, yay big. And, what are you? Oh, hello. And they're extremely intelligent for dragon birds, lizard birds. And they like to get into people's bins. And then they like blow smoke at anyone who doesn't, you know, give them picnic food. I actually got into a huge fight with people with one person about that once. And they're like, you can't base a dragon on a parrot. And it's like, just watch me. And there's like, dragons have to be big and imposing. And everyone else was telling this guy, why? You're talking about a fictional animal? Like, why are you attempting to establish random things? It's like, no, it has to be based on a lizard. It's like, I mean, parrots, you know, birds are descended from lizards. You know, why? This little mound keeps morphing when I approach it. Let me go back. It's done it a few times now. There, see? It just did it again. Huh. But yeah, it was really weird. This was in like a fantasy writing Discord, and everyone was like, it's like, what the heck, man? This one guy. And it got to the point where for some reason he descended into racial slurs, and it's just like, okay, you're gone, bye. It's like, really? My parrot dragons really made you that nettled, huh? Well, I'm just going to write more of them. Now there's a bunch of them at a zoo, and they're frequent guests on a there's a render distance thing, but no, that's weird. See, it keeps doing it. It's like, so now there's some dragon parrots at a zoo, and a late night talk show has them on as frequent guests, and they do tricks. How's that for you? How's that for making my dragons cutesy? Actually, I haven't even figured what they look like yet. They're still, I think they would probably be feathered lizards. But they don't play any role in the plot. I just wanted to have them as background detail. Interestingly, though, my setting also has actual parrots. So they also don't play a role in the actual plot. Someone does have a pet bird, but it's a wild sparrow that was injured and couldn't be re-released. So, yeah, it's just kind of funny that out of all the animals, you'd think that I would have a pet parrot in there somewhere, but I don't, and it's just kind of... Bird is the word. I don't know. It is around here, that's for sure. Yeah, you think you're hiding. You think you're slick. I mean, you don't show up on the sensors, but I do see you. You know, I'd been saying for a while that an earthworm Pokemon was sorely needed, but I was not expecting earthworm. I was not expecting it to be steel type and have bright blue arms. I also wasn't expecting it to sit in the ground and go all day. I saw those arms and I was just like, no, 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 no. I mean, it is funny. It's a hilarious looking thing. Can't see, it keeps doing it. Do Game Freak's other games also have this sort of held together by, you know, fishing line, duct tape, and prayer sort of coding? Because with Pokemon, they've been doing it for years. Like, there's this weird glitch in the original games where you could, nope, 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 avoid, 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 where you can beat the game in under a minute because it just warps you straight to the end. And of course there's that one X and Y glitch where if you saved in Lumiose, but you weren't in a building, it had a chance of deleting your save file. It's getting kind of late for me and I got things to do in the morning, so I gotta go to sleep. Good luck finding your shinies. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be uploading this video on BJG videos on YouTube, so if you wanna skip ahead to the end, hopefully I will be greeted with a white or pink pompadour. I don't remember which one, but what, you know, hopefully I will. Wait a second. Oh, no. Okay, that's a Doug Trio that was standing off to the side. Okay. It was very nice talking to you. I need to eat Din Din. I am very hungry. Even Cyrano's pile of slop is looking good to me right around now. Because it is 9 p.m. and the only thing I've had to eat recently has been 3 meatballs. No, birds. No, I do not want to run into an elephant. Okay, I have almost 14 minutes. I can just keep going back and forth. So, if there is anybody around, I would like to hear from you. And, you know, I would like to perform a little test here. I want to see if my donation notifications are working, and that means someone has to donate. Da 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 da. Come on, you want to see my pet parrot? You want to get at my shinies, don't ya? I got 2 boxes of shinies and I need homes. Why do I even go down that way? I need need to go this way because going around the tree puts me in Zappa Pico. It's one of like the earliest weird sounds I could make, and I can still do it. See, look at it. It always does that. It always morphs, as DTZ has phrased it. Morphing mound. Hello, birds. Hello, birds. I did find a shiny Meowth a few months ago. I think I named him Bounty. I don't quite remember off the top of my head. Come on. Come on, I'm looking for a glorious pompadour. Now, here's a question for you. You know what? We were discussing earlier about Pokemon World in relation to the real world history and everything like that. Because they specifically use the word pompadour to describe Clive's hairdo, and Quaxley's for that matter, does that mean that Madame du Pompadour was a real person in this world at some point? And have the same thing with Scoville being named after Scoville. So was it's all a funny thing. How crap, I didn't want to frick. I tell you, if that had been shiny, I would have been pissed. Come on. There's not a whole lot spawning, so even with, 1 in 600 something odds, it's still taking a very long time. If they were spawning whole flocks, I think I'd be finding them faster. And I still gotta look at everything else in the area. Come on. And then there's other stuff like, does Espathra mean Cleopatra existed in this world? And if so, was it all of them? Because the woman we think of as Cleopatra was actually Cleopatra the Seventh. So does that imply the existence of all the Cleopatras? Does it imply the existence of just the really famous one? Or just would they say that the name came from something else in this world? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Dinner smells so good. Some big pot of stew. Haven't had stew in a while. Come on. See, look, I'm getting like one Squawkabilly at a time. It's gonna take forever to go through an odds of 600 something. Okay, alright. I got time. I got time. Yeah, I hear you, Voltorb. You can threaten me all you want. I'm not actually coming near you unless you're shiny. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Come on. Give me some birds, give me some birds, give me some birds. Athena probably hears me in the other room, like, but I'm right here, and I haven't seen you all day. She's been spending time with my dad, though, so she's not lonely. She's not being left alone. And if Dad wasn't in there watching TV, I would leave the door open. He's been, I don't think he's watching it right now because my mom's here, but he's been watching this really, really stupid show. And the characters, I swear to God, are just, they're the dumbest cast I've ever seen assembled. And it's like, I mean, the acting's alright, but the writing is just atrocious. It's like, every character is like a straw man for something, and it's just so weird. The consequences of people's actions almost seem to be randomized, and it's just... to me, I would say the people don't act like people. They don't act like human beings. There was a movie a few years ago. It was called Mother, like all undercase, with a exclamation point at the end. And people, I still don't know what the hell it's about, but people were talking about it at the time, like, oh my god, it's so creepy and unsettling. The people don't act anything like real people. And it's like, yeah, try being autistic, because you will find that is extraordinarily common. They don't act with any sort of rational sense. Yeah. Yeah. So far, you're not describing a horror movie, you're describing my everyday life. And no one will say what it was that was so, like, okay, yeah, that's a horror movie to you guys? That made you uncomfortable and unsettled, and okay. I swear, it sometimes seems like people's actions are just thrown in a randomizer. So, for me to mention that Dad's show is like that, it means it's especially bad. It's especially randomized. It's just... I have seen so many of these pompadoured birds that I am starting to forget what they even look like. You know how it is? You see something so much that it just kind of becomes your background noise? Actually, that's something else. When we moved out here, seeing Mount Hood all the time was really special. And now it's just like, yeah, that's a mountain. That's a mountain, alright. That sure is a mountain. Let's see, did that? Yeah, it did unspawn. Okay, alright. When I finally find one of these, I am going to wrap up. Ah, gosh, I thought I saw something down there. I thought I saw something special. Yeah, look at this. Look at the little birds running around. They're actually spawning for me now, and now I have to make them all unspawn. You know, I say that seeing it so much made it stand out less, but when I finally caught a shiny flittle, I had seen so many regular pink flittle with just the little pink skirt part of their design that the green stood out immediately, and it's just a couple of pixels tall. Oh. No. No, I do not want... No, I do not want to waste my time. I've got only 4 minutes left. blah 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 blah. Come on. Give me a white pompadour for this stupid bird that I adore. 'Cause it's a parrot and parrots are the best. I wonder how it would look in a vest. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. Okay, come on, come on. Can't they all spawn up nicely? Give me some sort of nice population to choose from. Because they're not even spawning down there. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to get more of that stupid dish. I'm gonna have to cram it down my gullet once again. I was going to say, look, I'm not even getting any this time, but there's one. Come on. May the ground rise up to meet you, right over there. Yes, I hear ya. I hear ya, birds. I wonder what a Pokemon based on an African Grey would be like. Like, provided that these aren't the closest we ever come, just because they're light-colored parrots. Because I can see them being flying psychic. Or, as someone who's been on the receiving end of a bite several times, maybe a dark type. Really, really get that grabbing. That intense pain. From the very, very, very sharp beak. And bear in mind, you know, Athena does have things to blunt her beak down, but the beak is the beak. It is a constantly growing thing. That's why you give your parrots so much to chew on. It's because they gotta hone their beak. It's like the same reason you give your pet rodents things to chew on. Okay, I hear Squawkabilly. That's a Meowth. There's a Q-font. And there's one. I am going to go nuts for these birds. I'm nuts about these nuts. You know what else I'm nuts about? Come on. How many shinies of something else have spawned in this time and I just haven't noticed? Yeah, okay. Okay, I see some birds up here. Nope. No. No. And I'm out of Cyrano's special shame. Which means I've been shiny hunting this thing for far too long. At least an hour. Because I've blown through two, So why did I find the others so quickly and that... Oh, well, actually, yeah, I already answered my own question. It's because the others were spawning in much larger and thicker populations, and Squawkabilly is just trickling. If your parrot trickles, take it to the vet. They look like they're kicking that thing around. Or kicking as much as they can. They don't have their legs. See, if I was playing the way I usually play, which is just... Oh, hello. Which is just recording, I would have turned this off, gone in the other room, had my dinner, probably kept playing the whole time, probably done, you know, probably just returned when I've accomplished my goal. I wish I could examine my footage to see if anyone, to see if I've reached, because I'm pretty sure I'm at the part of, there aren't many Squawkabilly left from the original outbreak. I'm pretty sure I've reached that stage. But I'm not sure because I've been here forever. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I will decide where to go from there. It's already 9:20 p.m. Fly to the spot, yes. And I do want to do this tomorrow. But there will be no Squawkabilly. At least probably not. Cafeteria. You don't need to throw in a little extra. Trust me, I am not hungry after devouring this monstrosity. Probably the healthiest thing on there is the bean sprouts that are in the udon. Sparkling power, all types. Come on. No, 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 I do not. I do not. Entrance. Okay, what's going on? Okay, it's just... I got a message. 4 messages. So I was trying to see if they were important or about the stream, but no, they were not. Come on! My iron serpent has a sandwich for brains. Yep, those are all black pompadours. Da, 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 da. Oh, It's a torkoal. Like, is there a giant tambourine down there? Yeah. Maridon and Koridon are basically, instead of brain, there is sandwich. And trauma! Don't forget the trauma. You know, it already responded to the word sandwich at the beginning of the game. So, was the professor just feeding it sandwiches? Considering that they seem to subside, rather, on a diet of, instant noodles. I can just imagine they're ordering all these sandwich ingredients and all this stuff, and the AI is like, "Oh, you were finally eating healthily," and they're like, "No." No, this is for the Paradox Dragon. I know there's that one, I haven't done all the combinations yet, but I know with the Blueberry Academy club room, you can invite all the other characters, and they'll have different interactions sometimes. And I know Penny and Arvin have a conversation where he gets on her about her diet because she basically just eats trash. And, he tells her basically if she doesn't eat a vegetable at some point, she's going to die. I don't think the actual wording is as dire as that, but I know there's a pun on she asks for the source, but because she's Galarian, it comes out as sauce. And he's like, "You want a sauce? Okay, yeah, I can." I can make a really good sauce for you. I just imagine Penny attempting to loot Zero Lab for, like, stray instant noodle packages. And probably coffee. Like Penny, that's gonna stunt your growth. Just be all like, "Yeah, Arvin, I've seen how tall you are. You have no room to talk. Because you're short, so you have no room." She's just like, no, I only look small because I hang out next to Aerie. Aerie's gigantic. I think she's the tallest female character in this series. Someone, I think it was GatorX, showed her Masters model, and she's like the second tallest character in the game or something, second or third. She's behind Gitsis, I know that, and he's 6'6". And obviously there's Az, but he's not in Masters. He would never be able to be on the screen with anyone else if he was. You'd see like his waist. Yeah, remember that time that Pokemon put in a 9-foot-tall immortal giant war criminal and expected us all to just act like that was nothing? They expected us to be normal about this. Especially the war criminal part, considering that the ending of the game basically asks us to forgive him, and it's like, no. Your actions deliberately resulted in the deaths of thousands, including of your own subjects, so no. Floette may forgive you, but I do not. Imagine a conversation between Az and Kagata would be really weird. It'd just be like, oh, I thought I was the only immortal being, and she'd be like, It's like, well, we have that in common. Perhaps we could speak sometime. She's like, you can speak. I can't guarantee that I'll listen. So what kind of tea is that? Why don't you ask it? I want her added to Masters as well. But unlike other Pla characters, I don't want her to be through a rift. Since, you know, she talks she talks when she first meets the player character about like having her burden lifted. But she's also absolutely positive that Enamorous will just return to her. So her burden probably wouldn't be her lifespan. I mean, we know what her burden was, but I mean, it wouldn't be like you know what I mean. The ending that burden wouldn't mean that she loses her immortality. But I just feel like it would be entertaining if she just shows up there one day and they're like, was there another rift I didn't hear about? She's like, no. It's like, no, I just Enamorous thought I should get out of the house. We're here. Are you happy now? She sees Volo coming at her from one direction, Kagata coming, or Cynthia coming at her from another, and she's just like, oh no. Enamorous, are you sure this is the best place? And Enamorous is just like, that looks a lot more blue than usual. Okay. Alright. It's not a Squawkabilly, but a shiny Ghastly will do. Okay. Oh my gosh. Stop it. No, you are not shiny. You go squish now. Or rather, I will just run. Okay. Let me save the game! Whatever happened to invincibility frames? Invulnerability frames at least, please. My lord. Give me the shiny parrots. Give me the shiny birds. Okay. And remember what I was just saying a little bit ago about how shiny Ghastly didn't look any different in this game? Although, I guess when that happened, there was like a shadow because it was in like a canyon. It was like... I think somewhere around here. See, now they all look blue to me. Swear to God, if that had actually been a shiny, I would have probably screamed. Da, 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 da. I want to know how Cyrano made his money. If he built that school. And I want to know how Scott made his money, you know, the progenitor of the battle frontier. I want to know what kind of industries are these people in? I also want to know how Clavel knows so many influential people. Like, we know why he knew the professors, because he worked at the academy when they were students. And he used to be a scientist, so he worked with them in their lab for a while. I don't know if it was necessarily Zero Lab, but I don't know, they're very vague about it. Jacques may have also worked with them, but I'm not certain. Jacques says that he got yelled at every day at his previous job, and given what we know about the professor's mentality, it does strike me as plausible, and their fields do overlap, and he does have a dex entry ready to go for all of the paradoxes. But it's also not really confirmed. Clavel mentions at one point that he owes the League for a favor they did him, and I don't think we ever know what that favor is. It might have been getting his position, but I don't know. It's never said. And also, he just seemed like he would be the best person for the job. You know, after the Harrington debacle, they weren't going to take any chances with, you know, low-life scum. They need someone who actually cares about the students. Someone who listens to people. Even if it means wearing an absolutely ridiculous wig while doing so. And thinking he can pass himself off as a youthful student, even though the school is all ages and there are frequently older people seen, so he really didn't have to do that. He could have just passed himself off as a student his actual age. Okay, no, those aren't shiny. Why? Throat's getting really dry. I've got 2 drinks here with me. Because I just want to keep going and find this bird. And then in Masters, when Clavel first got there, in his introductory story, when he talks about making a school, Maxie takes an interest in that. So I am really interested to see where that's going to go. But it's like, Clavel, my man, you have to stop this, because people already thought you were going to be a supervillain. It just turns out you're, like, really good friends with people who turn out to be supervillains. Specifically, the environmental destruction sort. How do you keep doing this to yourself, Clavel? How do you find them? How do you locate these these dorks among humans. These, how do you keep this way? There is, probably seen, I don't even know what a shiny carpal or anything that line looks like, so, if I've seen any, feel free to give me a timestamp. I could have even passed these little guys. They're so small, I can't tell. I can't wait to find out what my first Legend ZA shiny will be. In this game, it was, Tarantula. Saw a little red ball walking around. Come on. I am going nuts for that bird. I'm gonna have to go soon. But I am really lost. I am gonna get back on tomorrow, like I said. I'm gonna try to find something. And tomorrow I'm hoping to get some donations. You know, that's what we're here for. We're not here for the shinies. And I do understand that people cannot necessarily donate. We're, you know, not always able to reach into deep pockets. However, what we are able to do is share this with our friends who may have deep pockets themselves. Eventually we will get there. We will get to the bottom of those pockets. It would be great. What was that sound? It sounded like stepping on a leaf. Come on. I will get you going. Actually, I do wonder how these things would look in a vest. I know that was just the best rhyme I could come up with, but literally best rhyme because I was rhyming it with best. Yeah, I mean, you've seen my pictures of Athena in a little sweater, right? Ooh. Come on. That is a black pompadour. I would really adore to have a shiny squawkabilly with a light pompadour. Ah, goodness gracious. Now, a while ago, I was wandering around in the hills outside of Valencia. And I was just about to go over a cliff. And I saw this little white thing on the ground. And I was like, Grubbins. And then I jump off the cliff and I'm like, Grubbin doesn't live in Paldea. You gotta go to Kitakami for those. And I immediately turned the fuck around and it was a shiny Rookity. I am so glad it didn't despawn. You know, when you're going around on your futuristic motorcycle dragon, you're not gonna look at everything real close. You don't expect to see a full-on... Was that Meowth red? To have little... No, it did not. Okay. Because I did catch a shiny Meowth a few weeks ago, too. I think that might have actually been my last shiny of last year. Da, da, da. It's like, yeah, I get that the leitmotifs are really cool in this game, but sometimes hearing them again and again and again is not very good. Okay, no, that's blue. I thought it might have been green. I am starting to see things. Things that ain't there. I have powers. Political powers. Anyone remember that Simpsons episode where Homer and Burns are locked in a cabin that's freezing cold and they start hallucinating? Yeah. It's a really early one. Come on. I realized that earlier, when I was speaking to an actual in-person, well, not in-person, but live audience, I referred several times to spoiler character, etc., etc., etc. And then later, when discussing the notion of, you know, Miraidon being sandwich-powered, I just flat out said the spoiler. That is because I don't think my friend will have actually watched this far into the video, and there is no longer an audience for me to... Huh. Okay, I saw that, the structure in the background, but it was in motion. So I was like, is there a flock of... What's a flurry of something doing in front of my camera? What's glitching? But yeah. Netbug will not have watched this, and also, just different things happening. You know, I if DTZ is someone that I actually know, then I don't know that name. Then I must know them under another name. Yeah, I don't know who knows what spoilers. I know Luna knows certain spoilers. Come on, pompadour birds. See, they are just as ornery and disagreeable as real parrots. You gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate that sort of attention to detail, right? Okay, got 6 minutes or so left. Can we find shiny Squawkbilly in that time? Can we get a shiny little bastard bird? Because if we can't, I'm going anyway, because my back is very sore and I am very hungry. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's the Team Rocket theme, isn't it? Da 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 da. I was just vibing. Yeah, I haven't seen a single Squawkabilly on the other side of that ledge. Okay. And see, they're spread out just enough that I can't just keep going back and forth. Because, see, I have to go look at the other side of this area. And I have to go Over by the tree. So I had to get at least up here. Oh gosh, this is actually making me a little motion sick. Okay, come on. It'd be nice if... no. It'd be nice if you actually just gave me a good number of them. Just let me look at like 5 or 6 of them at once, please. I would like to look at 5 or 6 parrots at once, even under other circumstances. Parrots are very nice to look at. They are cute and they are entertaining, and they are usually relaxing when they are not being statistical anomalies here. Well, even then, I don't even think it is a statistical anomaly. I think their spawn rate is just super low. I apologize for any of my viewing audience who gets motion sick easily. You see, if I was doing the catching marathon that everyone else seems to be doing, I would have probably filled the whole freaking box by now, but no. Oh, goodness gravy. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. See, sometimes they spawn in the tree. And because this game has a draw distance of like 30 inches, you gotta get up close to the... Oh, God. Oh, damn it. I got really excited at that one. Like... My heart kind of went to my throat for this. See, look, that one did not spawn in until I was almost near the tree. I wasn't even in the tree, but it necessitated me going all that way. They're birds, they're birds. This rock must smell disgusting. You know what would really be painful is if there was a shiny that I missed. Like, if there actually was a shiny Squawkabilly spawning on the ground over there. And I just didn't see it. No, that's... come on. Come on. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they spawn so rarely. I think it's because they're a rare spawn here anyway. Da 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 da. Okay, so tell me what your favorite shiny Pokemon is, especially if it's the kind that, like, tell me your favorite shiny where you don't usually like the regular form. I see a lot of love for Gigalith in this regard. Gigalith is generally seen to have one of the best shinies in the game, and that's the only time anyone talks about Gigalith. Like, you never see anyone talk about Gigalith. but people love its shiny. And, you know, why wouldn't they? It has a phenomenal shiny. I need to remember to stretch my back. I'm gonna spend most of tomorrow sitting. That's gonna be a pain. Maybe I can bring the, Oh. It's actually right behind me. I have one of those little bike pedal things that's just the pedals. Yeah, I could probably do that tomorrow. That would be nice. Get my legs moving. Yeah, I could do that. It's actually I tried to use it during a death battle reaction once, but then it turned out that my table that at my old house wasn't like I would keep hitting my knees if I used it. See, why can't I have this many Squawkabillies show up at once all the time? Shiny hunting would be so easy. Come on. When I said earlier, when I was checking to see if a Meowth was shiny, I said red. Shiny Meowth are kind of like dark tan, but their paws and tail take on kind of a reddish tone. Okay, that one stuck around. Okay, that's weird. Oh, okay. I was like, a light-colored charcoal? What is that? And then it wasn't a charcoal at all. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Alright. So, we'll be back on tomorrow with more shiny hunting. Oh my god, I need to eat something. I will actually probably continue this shiny hunt just off camera. I'll let you know tomorrow how it went. I may just freaking give up. But, 3 shinies, even if one of them wasn't intentional. We have 166 dropped frames, which is 0.1% of all our frames. And that's a lot better than what used to happen when we were streaming. Remember that? God. Okay. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, please share this around. I'd like to get some donations going for these wonderful people. And I would also like to be able to do some of these things with you guys. You know, some interactivity with our donation incentives. So I will see you all tomorrow and probably on Sunday as well. Until next time, I'm Blackjack Gabiani, and Squawkabilly in a vest.